Hello, welcome to the queue. It is Operation RCT. It is Italy, turn 14. They had $11. They were convoyed for one, so they have 10 left. An anti-aircraft gun, a colonial infantry, and a militia. And let's roll for some improved construction at a 7. Oh, yeah, I thought it was a 6. All right, so we are moving right along. It's not really going to help us any, but if we finish it, great. Let's roll into some combat, shall we? First off, we've got a medium bomber from southern Algeria. 1, 2, 3. It'll attack this seaplane, which is in Sierra Leone by itself. So it is an auto kill, and that'll have a movement of 2 left. Next, that's non-com. We've got an airborne here in Tobruk. An air transport will grab him. He'll come out 1, 2, 3, 4 into the Gold Coast, and it'll have a movement of 2 left. That is worth something. We don't capture that one, but we get rid of that seaplane nonetheless. Next is a walk-on out of Abyssinia into Nubia. Probably should have done that last turn, but oh well. Finally, we have our entire force here in the Sudan coming into the Belgian Congo, which is a medium tank, I'm trying to think, mechanized infantry, self-propelled artillery, light tank, cavalry, 2, 3 infantry, 3 artillery, and then down here in the south, we actually have I wonder if I wanted that cavalry to go over here. Nah. In the south, we've got our 2 Marines, infantry, artillery coming from south West Africa into Boichenland. Not many combats actually take place there. And we have our seaplane here coming out of Tobruk. Try and do some convoy raiding there. And the rest will be non-coms. Yep. We do have to move out of this sea zone, so it's not combat here in A27. So we got a coastal sub that comes to A28 and a coastal sub that comes to A35. And that's non-com. All right, so let's go to the dice rolling. We got 1 dice roll here and the convoy raid. All right, let's do the convoy raid first. So we've got radar and the seaplane, so that's +2. They have radar, so that's +1. Yeah, that's a good question. It's anti-submarine warfare, but I'm not attacking with a sub. Does it still get a +1? That seems silly that it would for aircraft. But we'll roll it as if it's even. 2 for each side. Ghost dice is Italians. That is 3. So even if it was a 4, that line is now maxed out. So Britain's already had its turn from Germany. So this will be 3 on the British next turn. And or before their next turn. All right, so down here we've got a first strike with the artillery. And that is at a 3. Bingo. So let's take 1 infantry off. Now we've got 2 Marines and an infantry. So 2 infantry will be at 2. And then 1 infantry is boosted to a 3. Oh, close. So 1 defending infantry at a 4. I don't get that kind of luck. I don't understand. So we'll lose the, not that it matters, the Italian infantry. All right, so now we'll have artillery, boosted Marine, and regular Marine. This will be at 2, the other's at 3. Nothing? All right. So returning defensive fire at a 4. Oh my gosh. I swear. All right, let's do it again. Now it's 2 3s. There we go. And defending infantry at a 4. All right. We lose entire navies and armies without even getting so much as a freaking hit. Oh, well, we took it. I'm sorry. I don't know what I have left. I guess we'll lose the artillery and keep the marine. So disheartening. All right, I think that's it. Non-combat. So the medium bomber will come over here to the Ivory Coast, which is 1, 2. The air transport will come over 1 to the Ivory Coast. The fighter will come down for protection 1, 2 into the Ivory Coast. We've got 1 infantry in southern Algeria, which, nope, the motorized infantry will go into western Algeria from southern Algeria. We're going to stay put here, here, here. We've already done our moves. Up here, we're going to do some chipping. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's take 4 militia out of Rome. All right. So that gives us 5 total. And then we're going to move this infantry out of northern Italy down. So we'll take 2 more out, which will give us a total of 4, because there's 3 that started in Rome. All right, so that's all chipped out. We'll get rid of that later. And those are Germans. All right, so that is where we stand. We are going to move the destroyer and cruiser from A18 down here to Washington. We're going to check on the White House, see what's happening there in A30. And I think we're, we got this sub, always mark. Sub in A51 will come over 1, 2, 3 into I1. All right. Okay, well, the Italians continue to underperform. The seaplane will just go back to Tobruk. I think the infantry in western Egypt will back up into Tobruk as well. And I think we're good. Let's place our goods, which is a colonial infantry and a militia. So the anti-aircraft gun here goes into northern Italy. The militia here will go into Abyssinia, put up a little bit of a fight. The colonial infantry will go here in Tripoli. And that is it for Italy. Now, they do go up 1, 2, 3. So they go up 3, and Britain goes down 3. So we'll go up to 13, and Britain will go down to 24. All right. I think that's it. Let's do a recap and get out of Dodge before I lose my cool. A30 is a cruiser, heavy cruiser, destroyer. We got coastal subs in A28, A35, and M4. Northern Italy, we got a militia and an aircraft gun along with some Germans. Rome, we got 4 infantry, 5 militia, anti-aircraft gun, fighter, tactical, along with some Germans. Western Algeria is a motorized. Southern Algeria is an infantry. Ivory Coast is a fighter, bomber, air transport. Gold Coast is an airborne. In the Belgian Congo, 3 infantry, 1 cavalry, 3 artillery, 1 self-propelled artillery, 1 mechanized infantry, 1 medium armor, 1 light armor. Abyssinia is a mountain and a militia. Eritrea is a militia, infantry in Nubia. Tobruk, 2 infantry, 1 militia, 1 seaplane. Cyrenaica, 2 infantry, Tripoli, infantry, and militia, and I think I've covered the bases. We got a sub and I've won. All right. Next up will be the United States, and it is big battleship time. Placement on the board.